Hello, Newcastle faithful. Let's talk about the one thing that gets every fan buzzing this time of year, the transfer window. Now, I know January has been a bit frustrating for us. 3 weeks in, and we're still waiting for that first big signing. It feels like deja vu, doesn't it? We've been here before. The profit and sustainability rules have tied our hands, making it harder for the club to invest. But here's the thing, this isn't just about spending money, it's about making the right decisions. Over the last year, we've brought in players like Lewis Hall, who's made an impact. But we've also had signings like Lloyd Kelly and William Asula, who've struggled to make their mark so far. Now, the name on everyone's lips this week is Matheus Cunha. The Wolverhampton Wanderers forward has had an incredible season. 10 goals and 4 assists in 20 Premier League matches. Those are numbers that speak for themselves. The guy's been a bright spark in a struggling Wolves team. And let's be honest, he's got that flair we crave at Newcastle. Cunha's name isn't new to us. He's been on our radar since Dan Ashworth's time as sporting director. Back in 2022, Atletico Madrid offered him to us, but we didn't bite. Fast forward to today, and his price tag has shot up to a whopping 70 million. That's a hefty price, but considering his form this season, it might just be a risk worth taking. Here's where it gets interesting. Fabrizio Romano, the go-to man for transfer gossip, has revealed that while Cunha has a verbal agreement with Wolves for a new deal, nothing's been finalised yet. This keeps the door slightly ajar for us, and for Arsenal, who are reportedly eyeing him as well. Now, Arsenal might see him as an alternative to Alexander Isak, but we know better. Imagine Cunha and Isak together, an electric partnership that could tear defences apart. Cunha isn't just about scoring goals. He's versatile. He can play as a number 10, pull wide, and whip in dangerous crosses. His dribbling, top-notch. His finishing, clinical. He's scored 10 goals this season, with an expected goal, XG, of just 4.4. That shows you the kind of quality we're talking about. Yes, $70 million is a big ask, but players like Cunha don't come around often. It's about balancing risk and reward. If Newcastle is serious about challenging at the top, signing someone like Cunha could send a strong message to the rest of the league. So, Newcastle fans, what do you think? Is Cunha worth the gamble? Or should we keep our powder dry for other targets? Let me know your thoughts. The transfer window may be frustrating, but it's moments like these that keep the excitement alive. Let's stick together, because no matter what, we know Newcastle United is the best team in the world. Always has been, always will be. Stay tuned, as there's plenty more to come. Shall we move on to the next big story? Alright, Newcastle fans, let's dive into another important topic. One that's been making waves recently. Our very own Kieran Trippier has spoken out about the challenges the team is facing, and it's something we all need to hear. Now, we all know Trippier is a leader on and off the pitch. After returning from a hamstring injury earlier this season, he's been instrumental in our 9-game winning streak, a run that showed the world just how good Newcastle United can be. But as Trippier himself said in his recent interview with United magazine, the pressure is mounting and expectations have never been higher. Reflecting on the loss to Bournemouth, Trippier admitted it was tough to take, but he emphasised an important point. This team has learned to stick together through thick and thin. He said, earlier in the season, we couldn't find our rhythm for whatever reason, but over the last 8 games, we certainly have. Once a team starts getting rhythm back, you start seeing the best of individuals, like Alexander Isak and Anthony Gordon. When they're on fire, the team just clicks. It's true, isn't it? We've seen glimpses of brilliance from Isak, Gordon, and others this season. But Trippier is right when he says, the expectations are different now. It's not just the fans who are expecting more. The players themselves are pushing each other harder than ever. Trippier talked about how vital it is to stay grounded, saying, we have to deal with the expectation from the supporters. And even more importantly, the expectations we have of ourselves. That's the spirit we love about this team. Newcastle United isn't just about winning games. It's about building something special, something lasting. Trippier reminded us of what we've achieved so far. Champions League qualification, a cup final, and made it clear that the squad is hungry for more. They're not satisfied, and neither are we. But let's be real, pressure can be a double-edged sword. On one hand, it drives excellence. On the other, it can weigh heavily on a team. Trippier's words serve as a reminder that success isn't just about skill or tactics. It's about mentality, staying focused, staying humble, and never taking anything for granted. That's how Newcastle United will continue to grow. Looking ahead, the challenge is clear. We need to bounce back stronger from setbacks like the Bournemouth defeat. As Trippier said, the rewards over that period included the Champions League and a cup final, and we want to keep building on that. It is vital we stay grounded and don't take anything for granted. So to all the Newcastle fans out there, let's continue to back this team. Let's show them the support they deserve, because together we're unstoppable. Whether it's a tough loss or a glorious win, Newcastle United is more than a club. It's a way of life. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, keep the faith. Up the tune. See you next time, and take care, everyone.